Yo guys, what's up? So let's see. It's really over. So Disney minus because of Disney Plus. Alright, so let's do shorts.
Hey bro, what haircut you want?
I want dreads.
Alright, here's the before. Oh, I told you not to move.
Dude, he said dreads, not a Reddit downvote. Bro really said Oliver Tree.
Nah.
Check. Here's how to make. Oh no.
Chris Benoit has wrestled on Raw more recently than Brock Lesnar. Bizarre WWE facts. Bobby Lashley made his WWE debut in 2005, but didn't compete at SummerSlam until 2021. Charles Robinson is the only WWE referee who counts pinfalls with his left hand. CM Punk wrestled his first match in 1997, while Kurt Angle wrestled his first match 1 year later in 1998. The last time the Elimination Chamber match was held in the US in front of fans was before the COVID-19 pandemic.
Okay, that was Pete.
Edge, John Cena, and Batista were the final three participants in the 2005 Royal Rumble and the 2010 Royal Rumble. Lars Sullivan has had more 5-star matches than Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle combined. If Bret Hart hadn't gone to WCW, he would have kept wrestling in WWE until 2017 because of the 20-year contract he was originally offered in 1997.
Bruh.
Vladimir Kozlov has beaten The Undertaker more times.
What happens every 1 second on Earth? Good question. In just the beginning of this video till now, it's been a couple of seconds.
Chris Benoit has wrestled on Raw more recently.
Alright, let's watch them. Let's watch over here.
Orion returned to the ring. Sadly, this next wrestler wasn't as lucky. Edge easily had the worst debut in WWE history. After weeks of promo videos teasing his arrival on WWE Raw, Natalya and the Bella Twins teamed up to take on the Riot Squad. About a minute into the match, Brie Bella was tagged in and began hitting Liv Morgan with a series of repeated kicks. However, 2 of the kicks accidentally connected with Liv's face and she became unconscious. Brie quickly realized what had gone wrong and tried to end the match by pinning Morgan. When Liv kicked out, Brie dragged her opponent to the Riot Squad's corner so Liv could leave the match. Despite the injury, Liv Morgan briefly returned but was quickly taken out and tended to at ringside. The incident gave Liv Morgan a concussion, but she began competing again within a few weeks. Compared to other wrestlers you'll see in this video, Liv walked away relatively unharmed. This next wrestler wasn't so fortunate. On an episode of WCW Thunder, Buff Bagwell and Scott Norton took on Lex Luger and Rick Steiner. The finish of the match saw Rick Steiner performing a diving bulldog on Bagwell, only for Scott Steiner to interfere, costing his brother the match. However, it became apparent very quickly that something was wrong. Bagwell was not moving and couldn't even properly cover Rick Steiner. Upon closer inspection, it was revealed that when Rick Steiner went for the diving bulldog, Buff Bagwell's head ended up colliding with Steiner's back. The impact bruised Buff's spinal cord and he couldn't move his body. Bagwell was taken out of the ring and evaluated by a doctor. Thankfully, the paralysis wasn't life-threatening and Bagwell eventually made a full recovery. To WCW's credit, they handled the situation pretty well, at least when compared to how this next incident was handled. In 2026, the company Ohio Valley Wrestling was hosting its weekly live show. The main event was a tag team match that called for the referee, Dallas Edwards, to be knocked down. However, when it came time for the spot to be performed, the wrestler hitting Edwards landed on top of the referee. For about 15 seconds, Dallas Edwards lay motionless. Then, it got worse. Dallas began shaking uncontrollably, but the wrestlers continued the match, even grabbing and kicking the official out of the way. Finally, almost a minute after Dallas Edwards was knocked down, staff went to check him. The match was paused, and ultimately, the show abruptly went off the air. As you could probably tell, the impact of the move caused the referee to suffer a seizure. Fortunately, Dallas Edwards made a complete recovery and encouraged all wrestlers and officials to undergo emergency response training. It's honestly a miracle that Hardcore Holly didn't die in the ring, considering what he put his body through. On WWE SmackDown in June 2000, Holly took on Kurt Angle. Once Hardcore was on the mat, Angle went to perform a moonsault from the top rope. However, Holly was just a bit too far out, causing Angle's shin to land on Holly's left arm. Hardcore Holly instantly began favoring his left arm, but it wasn't until later that we found out how bad it truly was. The impact broke Holly's arm, and the only thing holding it together was skin. Despite the incredible amount of pain he must have been in, Holly refused to stop and continued the match. It took several months for Holly to recover, but sadly, only a couple of years later, Hardcore Holly would suffer an even more devastating injury. In September 2002, Hardcore Holly was scheduled to face Brock Lesnar. After about 5 minutes, Lesnar went to perform a powerbomb. However, the two were unable to complete the move, which caused Holly to fall and land on his head. The referee checked on Holly, but thought he wasn't seriously hurt, as the referee raised a closed fist, which is the signal that
Okay, let's do this.
We live in such beautiful times. You know, it wasn't that long ago that if you wanted to add an angel to your Jesus picture, you either had to be a Photoshop professional or you had to hire a graphics designer. But then Photoshop implemented a tool called generative AI, wherein all you have to do is select an area and tell the program what you want to create, and it would create for you a realistic looking angel, complete with the red bikini. I guess? Yay! I don't need a graphics designer! To be fair though, Photoshop is capable of coming up with some pretty decent results, and that's why we're here today. Can Photoshop's generative AI tool do a better job than an actual graphics designer? So we're gonna put it through a series of tests using album artwork. Let's take for example the artwork to Lady Gaga's Fame Monster. The photographer clearly didn't realize that she was covering her face. So I'm just gonna select this area and tell it to uncover face. Now it's gonna generate us what it thinks we want. Oh, and I should clarify, this is not a Photoshop sponsorship. Photoshop is not paying me to do this. This is gonna be an unbiased, oh my God, oh, what? What is this? What is this? The Fame
Pretty damn balls.
Monster? Yeah, I'll say. All I asked was for to uncover her mouth. It didn't have to go full nightmare fuel, like I didn't even prompt that. Now I have a tier list for the Photoshop images, ranging anywhere from no graphics designer needed because Photoshop killed it, all the way to burn it. Where are we gonna put Lady Gaga? I think the only appropriate place to put this is in burn it. Like, look at it, look at it. Like, it's like completely zoomed out, but I'm still terrified by it. Oh. Who commissioned the photo shoot to this Taylor Swift album? They forgot to include the upper side of her head. Gotta get Photoshop to fix everything, so we're gonna extend that. So I'm just gonna try to select like this area, her upper face. I don't want it messing around with like the whole image, so I'm just gonna go generate top of face. Don't worry, Taylor Swift top. Okay, perfect. Yep, that's what I wanted. What do you mean the top of her face isn't there? It says top right there. Well, that's embarrassing. Like, literally, if I hired the laziest graphics designer in history, they would still do a better job than this. I said give her a face! You know what? We failed Taylor Swiffer picker-upper. So we're gonna put this, I mean, it's not nightmare fuel-ish burn it, but it definitely is burn it because of how bad it failed. Oh no, the album cover for 21 by Adele. The photographer didn't even notice her eyes were closed. We'll just select this. No harm done. Eyes open. Will it just open her eyes or will it like her up? Adele, do you think maybe for this next shot you could put like a string bikini on your face? And she's all like, You know what? This album would have sold way more copies if this was the album cover. So listen, no graphics designer needed at all. This is perfect. Just kidding, burn it. All right, now listen, GenSpark is the sponsor for today's video. They are the all-in-one quintessential AI workspace assistant, but my favorite is the call for me feature. Like you could call a restaurant and the reason for your calling, but just to test it out, I'm gonna call myself just to demonstrate. Purpose of your call? I want to know if he is a genty boy. Call now, place call. Let's see if this works. Hello?
Are you a genty boy?
you know, it turns out I am indeed.
Got it. Thanks. Let me know that. Anything else to note for CDT?
No, he's a good guy.
Thanks for your time. Goodbye.
Goodbye. That was so cool. And now, on GenSpark, it will show me a log of the phone call, and you can even review the phone call.
Are you a genty boy?
You know, it turns out I am indeed.
And then it'll summarize everything I wanted to know about the phone call. This is the coolest feature I've ever seen. But I mean, like, you can make other things like slide presentations. I made one demonstrating how to properly play guitar while standing on your head. And GenSpark uses all the leading AI models like Nano Banana, GPT, Flux, Seedance, and much, much more, all implemented within GenSpark. Now, this is nutty. GenSpark is offering unlimited use of AI chat and AI image generation for all paid users in 2026. Follow my link in the description to sign up to GenSpark and get free extra credits. And as a new user, you can try premium features like AI web app building and deep research for free. Thank you, GenSpark, for helping me enhance my creativity, and thank you for sponsoring. You know, they were taking a picture for one of the biggest albums in history. You think someone could have been like, you guys, your hair is kind of hurting. Like, my God. It looks like they ordered $2 bowl cut wigs from Wish. But that's okay, we can fix it. So I'm just gonna select just their hair, just their hair. You too, Ringy Doodles. And you too, Mr. Paul McCartney. I'm only selecting their hair because I don't want it to, like, change everything, as we've proven it does. Give better hair. Give better hair. I wanna change your hair. I wanna change your, huh? Did George have a unibrow before? Nope, well he does now. Okay, wait, he looks like he's from Oasis now. Like if you gave John Lennon those like round blue sunglasses, they would look like Oasis. Ringo's hairstyle, looking a lot better, not gonna lie. What other options do we have here? Honestly, that's the original. It actually fixed their hair. It absolutely butchered Paul's eyebrows, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm digging the 2000s era emo hairstyle here. I'm taking this one, honestly. Okay, if Paul McCartney's eyebrow wasn't I would put it in no graphics designer needed, but I'll put it under decent. A graphics designer could still do a better job. Cookies. See, here we go. Here's the thing with Bruce Springsteen's cover art album work.
Guys, that's gonna be it. So, goodbye and have an amazing night.